Hi guys.
Hi guys, welcome back.
Welcome back to another video.
If you hear us in the background, it's because you don't want to let it go.
Yeah, today's the day
So,
that it picked to be on smoke.
yeah, he's just woke up on the wrong side of bed, but we
move.
So the consistency, so we need to stay consistent regardless of
what happened, really, truly.
Yeah. So as you can see by the title of the video, we're going to be telling you guys, it's been a while, we got married in August.
Yeah.
And so now we can kind of speak about all the traumas.
Traumas and tribulations.
The trials and the tribulations we had to go through and how we almost actually got to the point of actually not ending up getting married.
Yeah.
But we made it. Lord said, who he put together, no man shall what?
Yeah. Shall curse, isn't it?
Who got put together, no man shall curse. If that's right, that's right. If not, it's not.
Other one is when Jesus say yes,
nobody can say no. Period.
So.
Yeah, so we actually took, most people would take a few years, maybe 2-3 years to do wedding planning, but we said nah.
A year is enough.
A year is enough. Was it enough?
That's what we said. No. Yeah. Really and truly, if you have the means, you have the funds, you have a good
support system.
A good support system, yeah. I would already say like a good family, a good friend. Yeah, but if you have a good support system capable to help you, you can do it in a year.
Yeah, it's doable. It's very doable. But it's going to be one of the most stressful. I used to hear planning a wedding was hard.
But
nothing could have prepared me for that. And of course, I was doing it whilst I was in my last year of university. So I was in the middle of doing my dissertation whilst trying to plan a wedding. Yeah. And as a woman, we take the wedding a bit more seriously. Like, we want things a certain way. So you can only imagine wanting to do things a certain way and also having to focus on being a mom and then also trying to finish a dissertation.
Also being a wife.
8,000 words dissertation.
8,000. 8,000 words is a lot. Well, on top of it, plus planning a wedding. Plus being a mum, plus being a wife. Well...
And he was working full-time, had his own other things going along as well.
So he's a lot.
So we're going to just get straight to the point and kind of give you guys a timeline and then what basically happened during this timeline.
Yeah.
So as you said, we gave ourselves a year. So we got married in August 2024 and we basically announced we would get married in 2023 around the same time as well.
Yeah, we actually gave... a year time to the guests and everything, so everybody can kind of get ready in it.
Yeah, because we had a traditional wedding as well. That was another factor as well. So we didn't just, if anyone's here that's not African or doesn't really know what a traditional wedding is, it's basically like a bride price.
Well, it's not just a bride price.
It basically is a bride price.
Well, the focus of the traditional is basically this, right?
Yeah, basically. And it's basically you come together, like the families come together and the man basically pays for the...
It's basically...
he pays... It sounds bad to say out loud, but he kind of pays. Like, for example, you give the dad like a suit and the mom handbags and then you pay like a bridal price, basically.
Yeah.
So, and in my culture, that is the wedding. Whereas for us, the wedding was more the godly way of it, which is like the church route of it.
And then obviously the party and everything.
And then the party, But so we had to do basically the traditional. We had to plan a traditional wedding, and then the next day plan the church wedding the big party, basically. Yeah.
It was a lot to take. I can't lie, it was a lot to take because there was so many responsibility all along, and obviously. When we start planning, when we decided, you know what, let's get married in August, we kind of knew already the hole that we want to get. We kind of...
Yeah, we started looking.
We were already looking. We kind of were organizing this aspect. Yeah. And luckily, we did manage to get like a year in advance to get the hole, right? Yeah,
so we got the hall in Birmingham because I'm originally from Birmingham. So I have a lot more of my family in the UK, whereas he has more of his family like in Portugal and Angola. Yeah. So we just decided, because of most likely be most of my family, let's do it in Birmingham. So the hall we looked at was in Birmingham. Yeah. Keep this in mind, yeah. So... we've given the dates to everyone, save the date. He's told his family, people have booked tickets, yeah? My family, I had a lot. Our wedding was for 250 people. So we had a lot of my family coming from like South Africa,
from Paris,
Belgium,
from Congo,
so
from Canada,
and they basically booked all their tickets,
visas done, everything
done. Why did we get a call?
We get a call
from the whole people.
Yeah, but we get a call from the whole people. What, a few months before the wedding?
3 months.
It was 3 months before the wedding. My guy's calling me. Oh, I have a bad news. I said, yes. What bad news is it? He said, the hall that you guys booked and everything, the owner had to sell the building. I said, what? I said, the owner had to sell the building? I said, so why none of this was communicated before? He said, oh, everything was happened very fast. We had to take all the furniture from the hall and everything, so all that can be done.
Because basically the owner, the person that owned all the buildings on that road, they were going to sell it.
Yeah.
Like sell the whole venue to the man that we had spoken to, but then something happened and then they basically ended up pulling out and they basically lost the venue. So now you're saying they don't have a venue. The venue's cancelled.
Yeah.
3 months before the wedding. Okay.
And I was like, oh, so why none of this was communicated before? Because you know how hard it is to get a hole. Because when
nice hole.
Not just when we found that hole, we went to 3 holes, I think, on that day, and none of them were that good. So we ended up picking them one because it's the one that we found that is the best one.
We're even gonna put a video here to show you guys the hole that we was originally gonna actually go for.
Yeah. So yeah, and we were like, yeah, you guys know how hard it is. Why none of this was communicated earlier? And they would say, oh, we didn't know that this would have happened. The owner just came to us as well and said that this is what's going on. We said, okay.
What next?
Is there any solution or anything?
He said, don't worry, don't worry. Like, bear in mind, he spoke to him, so he was at work. I didn't know anything. I was chilling, thinking, everything is
It's because I didn't know what to say. Because imagine you're planning a wedding for a year and literally 3 months before the wedding, someone is telling you, the hall that you booked is no longer there because they're going to have to sell the building and everything. Basically, you're going to have to find another hall in 3 months.
Keep in mind as well, that hall was for the evening. We had a morning venue for the ceremony, which is what was like a castle.
Yeah.
So that was booked as well already. We paid it off. We paid that off.
Yeah, that was in Birmingham as well.
Yeah.
Literally was what? Was 25 minutes away from the other hall.
We booked our cars.
Look, there is another solution.
Nah, he said don't worry first. Remember he said don't worry, the hall will be ready before the wedding.
Oh yeah, no. Oh yeah, he said that they were supposed to buy a new. They had another hall which is not far from the actual one, and it would be done by the time we get married. So it would be all fine. He said don't worry. I was like, oh, okay, so...
And they'll even make it nicer.
Yeah, but I said, but can we see it? He said, don't worry, it's going to be the same... It's going to be looking like the way you guys seen the other one.
Yeah.
It's okay, cool.
And closer to the day, we'll obviously be able to go and have a look at it and blah, blah, blah. So that's going to give us a bit of reassurance. We're like, okay, so he's called me and I'm panicking. He's like, nah, they said they're going to sort it before August. I'm like, okay, cool. It wasn't even 3 weeks.
Yeah, it wasn't because I was pressuring him, innit? Because... one thing is, okay, we're going to have it, but we don't have it. We don't know anything about it. So I was pressuring the guy. So...
after like 3 weeks?
Yeah, after like 3 weeks, my guy said that place is
permit. Obviously, if you have a venue, you need a permit for like loud music. And because the venue was basically going to be in a residential area, the council rejected the permit.
Yeah, because of the noise and everything.
And the permit's going to take some time to go through. So now we don't have a hall. 2 months before the wedding.
I said, oh, okay. I said, are you taking the piece?
Like, what are we supposed to do now? Because like, we can give you back all the money you've paid so far. You can find another hall. Where am I supposed to find another hall for 250 people? A nice hall before this?
Mate.
Where?
Yeah, where?
Cool.
And then after that, he came with a solution. But that solution, because he said, look, the owner has 2 more holes, but they're not here. They are in Derby. We look at each other and say, Derby.
We never heard of Derby.
First of all, we don't live in Birmingham. Yeah, so we would have travelled to Birmingham, which would be already 2 hours. And then my guy's telling me, oh, we have a hole in Derby. And we look at each other, Derby. Bloody hell, Derby is 3 hours away from us. We said Derby.
And from Birmingham is 1 hour 40 probably.
Yeah, around that. So we say Derby, but then again, we look at each other, we thought...
We don't have a choice. Let's go have a look.
Yeah.
And see the vibes. We went to visit this hall. We're going to put in the hall now as well. Walked into that hall, we said...
Yeah.
We're not even mad.
Yeah.
Now it was time to try to convince our families.
Yeah, not just the families, but everything. Like the cars, trying to transfer the cars, trying to get the hotels done and everything. Trying to get the morning halls because we didn't have the morning halls though.
Yeah, so now we would have had to, because we wasn't going to go to the ceremony, make people travel to the ceremony in Birmingham, make them travel an hour or something to go to the evening pass. Yeah. So we said, you know what, we might just try and get everything in Derby. Tell me why we've gone back to the ceremony people from Birmingham. You're talking about they're not going to give us back our deposit? Not a deposit because we paid it off. Yeah. They said they're not going to give us back our money, and if they do, they can only give us back like probably 5% of it.
Yeah. That was a piss taking. I can't lie, that was a piss taking. Because really and truly, the wedding was in August, and it wasn't already there. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So because the date. You still have time. Okay, we get it.
Because if we had only paid our deposit, we would have only lost our deposit. But because you paid it all, now you're talking about we can't get back all the money, basically. I would have understood like keeping the deposit, but they said nah.
So that was already a big
so we took an L. We took a we
took a big L because it was already money, and on that time we needed the money. So we lost that one.
Then the cars. We paid off the cars.
Yeah, we spoke to the people from the cars.
So it was a Rolls Royce.
And a Hummer, innit?
Like, and a Hummer, like a Hummer.
Limousine Hummer.
Yeah, for our bridesmaids and groomsmen.
So why are we talking to the guy saying that, can we just transfer it, innit? Because Derby from Birmingham is not too far. And also, my guy said no.
So the Hummer has gone from being... Was it like... 500?
500 and went for 700,
no, the Hummer went to 900.
900.
And then the other car went up to 500.
If you want to transfer it, obviously the location and everything. We say, it's the Lulu. We're not going to pay these people for that.
Because it would literally, because now the new venue, the ceremony venue and the evening venue, they're literally like 10 minutes away from each other. So there is literally no point. So once again, we have taken L's for the transportation.
But you know what? When we say, look, it's fine. Everything happens for a reason. And this could be just one of the reasons. We say that, it's fine. Okay, we took that L. So second L, we say, okay, let's just try to get something local. Which is the car people, to get the limousine, the Rolls Royce local. So it's not too expensive. Okay, we got that one done. Apart from that... We had to, obviously, we got the morning hall done. We got the cars done. We had to look about the pasta.
So I had a uncle, God rest his soul, may he rest in peace. So I had my uncle from South Africa. He had his visa sorted and everything, and he was meant to be the one to bless us. My uncle died.
Yeah.
He died a few months before my wedding. So at this point, it's like the devil is trying. At this point, we're probably feeling like the devil is trying because my uncle was fine. He was healthy. He was a pastor and he was a doctor. Do you know what I mean? And he was fine. And then obviously it's life, but it's like now he's like the person meant to bless us. Is now dead. Who's supposed to bless us?
Yeah, because the thing is, we wanted to find a pastor, but obviously
something more personal.
There is already someone in the family that is a pastor, and also can be English and everything.
Yeah, because he's South African, so he speaks English.
But obviously that happened as well.
Yeah. So now we've lost my uncle, and now we have to go through. Obviously, if you're going through like a godly process, you can't just get someone to I don't know what you call it, but they can just like help you to say your vows on the day, but they don't pray for you or anything like that. This was the whole point of, we could have just paid someone to do it for us, but we didn't want to pay someone. The whole point of us going through the church was to be blessed. I'm trying to say, like, so we didn't want to go through that process. Now, our old church that we used to go to, so because we've left it, my uncle died, what?
Closer
3 months or 4 months before the wedding. So in our head, that was already sorted. We didn't need to worry about it. Hence why we never spoke to our church about somebody blessing us.
Yeah.
So now, this is how... No, my uncle died like 2 months before the wedding.
It was close to the wedding.
It was very close. Very, very close.
It wasn't too far because when that happened, we were trying to find a solution by going to our church. And when we did, we sent an email, explained the whole situation.
Yeah, and basically because it was so short notice, we basically just didn't have a pastor now. Yeah. So we went into the wedding day not even knowing who's going to bless us. I text my dad in the morning of my wedding and I'm like, we don't have no one to bless us. And my dad just sent me a text and he was like, all sorted. So I'm kind of going downstairs. We're going downstairs, not really knowing
who's the pastor.
who's gonna bless us. You know, for us, I'm gonna be my dad. So I don't know.
We actually didn't know who was gonna be the pastor.
We walked in faith. We literally just walked in faith and said, we hope for the best. I went downstairs and basically one of my aunties, who's also from South Africa, like she has a husband. And he was the one that ended up actually doing the blessing. I had another auntie from France. She obviously she doesn't speak English, who prayed over us on top of it as well. So yeah, that's basically what ended up happening. We had to end up. We don't really want to get into this part because the past is the past. But then we had to end up actually cancelling our bridesmaids and groomsmen. At one point,
we had to.
It was 2 weeks before the wedding.
Wait, it was just too many things happening. Do you know what I mean? Like, we actually couldn't not get married anymore because it was so stressful at the end, which was what we were trying to avoid in the beginning. Do you know what I mean?
So I got to the point I was like, I want to get married, but let's just elope. Let's go somewhere.
Yeah,
have
like,
a small wedding.
We were saying, let's just try to get a small wedding because it's getting too stressful. I said, nah, mate. We want a big wedding. We want to do this. Let's do this. At the end of the day, it's our wedding. It's one day. We're not going to do this again. Do you know what I mean? So let's do it the way we want to do it. And yeah, man, it was bloody stressful. It was stressful.
So at the end of it, and then we just like the morning people, at one point they were like, we spoke to them saying, it's fine, you can have the music playing and the ceremony.
Yeah.
Then... A week before the wedding, talking about, no microphones allowed.
Yeah, no microphones.
Music allowed.
No music, because we wanted to bring like a DJ and everything.
Just for the morning part, just for some vibes.
My guy's telling me, no, you're not allowed. You need to they say we have a speaker, you can play. We saw the speaker is a little speaker like that, JBL speaker, taking a piss. So, for you guys to bear in mind, we lost 2 hoes closer to the wedding day. We lost money. Yeah. We lost the bridemen and the groom.
Well, we lost them, and then we're not really gonna go into it because it's still like our close people involved. Yeah. But at the end of it, I had to basically get because I was not gonna have no more groomsmen and bridesmen. Yeah. But then at the end of it, I had to end up getting my cousins to basically jump in to be my because I had brought everything for the bridesmaids and groomsmen. Do you know what I mean? Like I brought the gowns and all of that. Everything was done. So it's like now if I take them out, the cars were sorted out for them, the hotels because we booked hotel for our bridesmaids and groomsmen. The thing that they done was just buy their suits, the suits and dresses basically. So it would have been another L if we didn't have them. So now I'm looking, thinking, if I don't have anyone, my bridesmaid and groomsmen, I'm taking the L because no one's gonna stay in these hotels. No one's gonna wear the what of, and we booked full camera people. So he had one videographer and one photographer, and I had one videographer and one photographer. I didn't even end up taking pictures and videos in my gown, like, you know, when you're getting ready. I didn't even get to do that because it was so stressful in the morning. Only my bridesmaids end up taking like the pictures in their bridesmaids gowns and all of that. Yeah. So we end up having 2 of each.
Yeah. It's just for you guys to see how it was. Like,
chaotic. Get a wedding planner.
Yeah.
Honestly,
we would recommend to get a wedding planner
and get married somewhere else, not in the UK. The UK.
And everything is expensive, though. Everything's expensive. Like, we got married on the expensive era.
Yeah,
though.
in August is a very expensive month. But I feel like if we could go back, we'd probably just go and get married in Portugal.
Oh, yeah. Because at one point we were thinking about that. Because, bro, it was too much. It was way too much.
Yeah.
But by God's grace, we made it.
Yeah.
It was a beautiful wedding. And we're going to try to put the video for the wedding.
Like the full video.
In a week time or 2 week time. So you guys can see actually how it was.
Because we've done like a bit of it, but we actually have now. Well, we've had the full video.
Yeah, we have a full video
for a good 2 months now. It's just very long to edit, so we just need to sit down, and actually edit, and put the good parts in. And then you guys can see the full wedding.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what we wanted to share with you guys.
I hope you guys took a bit of what it is to get married.
I mean, it's not all negative.
Yeah,
it's not all negative, but my advice would be to get a wedding planner.
To make sure you don't get the same problem as us. Like, make sure everything's actually set, like, planned properly and everything. And but
I mean, it depends on how you like your things as well, but it's like, we want to particular things and things done a particular way. And I guess you don't know how much control you don't have until you're planning a wedding. Everything just kind of... I guess if I had a wedding planner... maybe it wouldn't happen like that.
Yeah, you wouldn't have to stress that much because that would be their stress. That would be their problem. You know what I mean? That would be their job to stress out.
Yeah. But it wasn't a very smart idea that I decided to do that in the middle of my dissertation.
Yeah.
But we made it. I finished school too.
Yeah.
God is great.
We got married and we're good.
It's all good. But yeah, guys, so thank you for watching us.
Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video.
Yeah, and we'll see you guys soon.
Peace.